What up, everybody? Hello. Welcome. I'm sure it's a surprise every time you see me. It's like, oh my gosh, he's alive. I miss free time. I'm gonna be so honest. I miss having entire days to myself. It's, money's nice. I'll admit that. Money's good. Having money is fantastic. Trading in time, on the other hand, it's a rough trade-off. And but I'm here. I'm trying to make time for everything. It's rough. This was totally impromptu. I just thought about this like a few hours ago. How's everybody doing today? Who has come and joined us? Nikolai, Invisible Ven, Apple Flavors, Ben Neal, Nerd Comics Inc. How's everyone doing today? Art, good to see you. So yeah, last night I remembered that 10 years ago today, I posted my very first video on YouTube, which was not only me playing the tutorial for Overwatch, not Overwatch the game, like not getting into a game of Overwatch, playing the I'll fix that later. Playing the tutorial of Overwatch, okay? I made a 6-minute video where let me walk you through how my recording journey started, okay? I didn't know really how the gaming sphere worked on YouTube. I was but a wee youngin'. This was 10 years ago, so take my current age that you probably don't know now and subtract 10 from that. That's how old I was. Still learning my ways in the world, trying to figure out how everything worked and what's gone, what's happening. So for I don't know, a couple months. That's not how you spell. For the first couple months, I forget how long exactly it was, but I would go through, I would record the game on my Xbox, because I didn't have a PC or anything. I would record on the Xbox, which the game bar only allowed 5-minute intervals at a time. You can only record up to 5 minutes of gameplay footage at a time. I would then take those 5-minute clips, toss them into iMovie, and voice over them as if it was happening live. So it'd be past me playing, and then me into my, I don't even think I had a microphone. I think it was just into the laptop microphone, being like, hey guys, this is KyngPin today. We're checking out the Overwatch tutorial. This game looks pretty cool. Yeah. So we're going after these targets here. God. Yeah. That's how it went. In 10 years, Kyle's gone from just tutorials to never touching the tutorials of character development. Can you blame me? Can you blame me, nerd? It makes sense. The character arc makes sense. So then it was that, and then I finally learned, like, oh, you can, like, if you go through the menu and say the menu options while recording on a microphone, you can sync it and do live gameplay. And so that's when I got a beautiful phone and would record voice memos, again, in front of a TV in my Xbox. So I was at this little desk with the phone like right where the mic is right now, playing. And then I actually taught myself how to edit and stuff, Premiere and whatnot. And now we're here. And out of all those 10 years, my biggest regret is that I deleted those videos. When I was on my first channel, which is 8 o'clock, so the post should have gone out. I put out a post thanking literally everybody I've ever worked with and every channel I've ever been on. One of the first ones, I think it's called KyngPin now. When I was first doing that, I started out with gaming, and then I'm like, I let the internet get in my head, like, oh, gaming. This was 2016 too. It was like, actually, it's really hard. Jesus Christ, Mike's hot. Actually, gaming's really hard to get into. It's a very oversaturated thing now in 2026. You probably shouldn't even try to start a gaming channel. And I'm like, why am I'm wasting my time. I need to pivot. And so I went over into skits and stuff. But the problem was, going into skits, I said, I don't want to be associated with that gaming stuff anymore. And so I mass deleted like months of videos. And it plagues me to this day, because I want to go back. I want to watch them. I want to see what I sounded like 10 years ago. And they're gone. Not unlisted. I did not mass unlist the videos. I mass deleted them from the channel. And I still have nightmares. It was a weird time. And then I've gone on and off on that channel. It's been dead and revived so many times. Kind of like this one's going. Yeah. Trying really hard not to let this channel die. That's the problem. I have a laundry list of videos. I just need to get the time to do them. And unfortunately, and we all know this, I'm slow at art. What I'm doing right now, which we'll get to in a second, probably will not be finished within this 2-hour stream. But I want to get somewhere. The problem is I don't have an idea. I don't have an idea going into it. So we have to do like the rough thumbnail sketching too, before we can do the actual making the thing. So what I'm trying to do, I'm not entirely sure at the moment what this is going to be, but I'm thinking like some kind of sticker. Because I forget how long I've had this idea, but I had an idea for like maybe a sticker or something that says, don't wait, just create. Which is nice, a little cheesy. But you know, I just like the sentiment because it applies a lot to me. It's especially, which I should probably follow that own advice right now with the whole drought this channel's on. But it's, don't get in your head. Don't wait till the moment's right to do something. Just do it. And Popcross and his 30-day challenge helped me with that because it's currently on life support. But I got a webcomic. I promise I'm working on it. I'm just trying to build up the buffer at the moment because, unfortunately, for some reason, pages are taking longer than they used to get made. It was supposed to come back at the start of this month, but I had to reassess the schedule because I used to be able to finish like a page a day, and now it's about a page or half a page a day. So the comic might be going to bi-weekly. I might be doing just chapters instead, like releasing chapters, giving it like a month or two, releasing another one, something like that. Still reassessing that, but I'm still working on the next like arc part of the story. But I'm excited because we're kind of nearing the end game, and if I can actually finish it, I feel like I might have accomplished something. Or I might feel proud of myself or something. still have, what, 2 3-year-old videos? We sure haven't changed much in that regard. You might not think you've changed a lot, Apple Flavors, because you're seeing yourself day to day. But I know that I can say this because I've gone back to old videos, and I'm currently watching through the boss level backlog just to make note of like different bits and timestamps and stuff to help me out with compilation editing. You change a lot more than you realize in a few short years. And you really don't notice it because you're living with yourself day to day, but like, you go back to a boss level video from 2023, I'm just like, man, well, I'm starting this new YouTube channel with my friends. We're kind of out there, so just kind of want to be careful so I still have job opportunities in the future. And then, I don't really want to say anything on this channel that I've said on that one, but I've gotten a lot more loose with what I'll let fly in my saying. But yeah, it is astonishing how much you actually change as a person in a few short time. So I haven't been able to really look at the chat a lot, but I'm gonna do my best to try and answer some questions while trying to actually get some semblance of an art piece done here. And I'm gonna be so honest, I don't think I finished the thought about what I'm making here. Yeah, you know what? I probably didn't. I probably got distracted. Basically, I'm taking that don't wait, don't create motto idea that I had, making it into a sticker, but I'm using this channel's sort of slogan, create some chaos, or create with chaos. It's kind of up in the air at the moment. 6, 7. So this little blue word here might go some reworking. We'll see. And I'm not sure about the pencils and stuff. I do want the chaos to be like coming out like boom, 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 boom. So I'm gonna kind of see how to do that. I'm also going to try working with vector layers for the first time in Clip Studio Paint, and I don't know what that is. Will we be seeing some more voice actor fusion soon? Absolutely. I don't want to promise soon, just in case things go wrong. But I will say, I do have a voice actor fusion in the work. I'm 2.5 drawings out of 3. However, I don't know if I want to do a different video before that and then do that next, or finish the voice actor fusion first and then do the next video I have. The plan was to get voice actor fusions done before the end of April and then jump into the new video afterwards, because there was an event in April that I been working on for a while, and I wanted to share that story. Unfortunately, voice actor fusion got pushed back, so now I'm kind of debating which one I want first. Unfortunately, voice actor fusions is going to require a lot more art set and stuff and miscellaneous B-roll pictures, for lack of a better word, because I'm trying out a different format with that. And then the other one still needs the script, the art, the editing, the whatnot, but I don't want it to fade from memory. That's the problem with that one. I want to get at least the script so I can remember as much as I can into it. And then I gotta find time to do the art, because it's an art thing that I've been pushing off for a long time that I need to do just kind of for myself. And I think adding it to that one would just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 3 if I end up live streaming the art process. But I want to do turnarounds for at least Hyde and Dory for Under the Surface. Just have like character turnarounds, because I think that'd be good for portfolio, and also good for me reference when doing the comic pages. And maybe Kaller, we'll see. We'll see if we can get to him. But yeah, I want that. Add that to the video. A problem is none of that's done for that video. And I'm trying to just gradually work on it. I did some script writing today and stuff for that. But voice actor fusion, script is almost there. Art is almost there. It's just that set pieces, pictures that are going to take me a little while to draw. So we'll see. If I were to tell you the hate I feel for 6'7", it would not equal 1/1 billionth for the hate I feel for that meme at this Micah Ryan. All right, Nikolai. I don't know, Nikolai. I don't know if you're a boss level watcher, but we came up with the perfect combat to a 6'7". So anyone comes up to you, they hit you with the 6'7", you go up to them, gotta hit them with the 7-11. Do the slushy machine. It'll get them. It's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. Just go 7-11, 7-11, and they'll look like that. Then they'll look at you like you're insane, and that's exactly what you want. Hey, Mix Mash Factory, how you doing? The meme died the day it was born. That's fair. My problem is I hate it because it happens at my work all day. There are parts where I work where we sell individual numbers, and despite 6 and 7 being next to each other on the number line, you'll find it like six aisles over, be like 6-7, and be like, you guys are funny. But when I do it, it's hilarious. I'm stealing the 7-Eleven now. I'm glad I can all teach you. I'm glad I can all teach you 7-Eleven. Throw your 7-Elevens in the comments. Okay, now let's lock in. So, this is the... Honestly, I'm probably just gonna wing it at this moment. This sketch ain't doing me any good. I'm gonna try... Ooh, that's some rough... Yeah, it's a bigger thing, so the I'm not confident enough in my line work to do it. Let's give it a shot. See, because I could easily cheat, and it's probably better if I do and just use text. But I feel like something like this. Maybe I'll do this as a reference and then trace over that, just so it can be a little steadier. And also because I don't know if the Titan 1 font that I use, I don't know if this font that I use is free to use without, if I'm allowed to like use it without paying for it. So if I trace over it, it'll be handwriting, which is slightly more okay. The font space is a part of the creative process that I'm not too familiar with, because I know some of them are free, some of them you got to pay for, some of them you can use but not make any money off of. So I get very wary about all that stuff. Even the boss level font, I don't know if that's a free Photoshop font, or if that's one of them ones I downloaded and did not pay for. I think I'm going to take the safest route, actually, and put everything from now on in Papyrus, because I know that's a regular font straight from Photoshop, and I'm pretty sure using that is okay. All right. So everything's... And then I just kind of want it, like, coming forward. So some of them should probably be bigger than others. C. A. And I'll make the S smaller, because why not? And you know what? You know what? We're going to get really crazy. We're going to put the O upside down. Hopefully people can still read that it says chaos with the O flipped upside down, but I think that's going to make the design look really good. Unfortunately, I think I want to actually make the S larger because it kind of throws off the balance otherwise. And then I think I'll make the H smaller. Chaos. Maybe? I think... What if I do a perspective? That might actually help. So who is submitting backrooms entities for Popcross's May redraw? I want to. However, I did just go on a 20-minute rant about how I don't have time for nothing anymore. So, add vanishing point. There we go. I would like to. Can you add the vanishing point? I really don't know how the perspective tool works. Oh, that's where I'm not doing the right thing. That's why. Wait, no. What is happening here? Can you all see? Okay, you can see the lines and how they're not moving how I want the lines to move. What is happening? Okay, you're the vanishing point. No, you're not. Okay. It's okay. We're gonna try this again. Perspective ruler. There we go. Oh, I think I've made another. Okay. 1 point perspective. There we go. There's the other point. Then what is this part? What's with the middle crosshair if the middle of the crosshair is not in the middle of the crosshair? I'm not following. Okay, that's weird. I don't get how this tool works. Hey, Knight, how's it going? Glad you can join us. I already did submit my background entity. I think mostly saw it. Oh, that's cool. If it's in the Discord, Apple Flavors, I want to take a look at it. Because I haven't submitted to a redraw in a while. I want to. I've just been waiting for A, the right time, and B, the right one. Okay, can align that. Alright, well, we're just going to wing this again. Nope. Alright, so this is the perspective. This is the way the lines are going to go. Nope. Good try, though. Nope. Good try, though. Nope. Good try, though. Alright, so everything we do with these letters, we want to keep it aligned to these. And maybe I'll do up here too, just so we know where create's going. I don't know how well this would translate to stickers, but I do kind of like this burst effect. I think it could give the sticker motion, but I don't know how well that would look for die cut. They're pretty thin lines. All right, so now we have that. Let's line up these letters. There we go. See now that they're aligned. Because see, now they're lining up on the planes. There we go. That's what I like. That's what I like. There we go. Let's make the A a little bigger. Throw that sucker in the foreground. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's tilt that H a little more. It's got some weird physics. It's going spiraling. There's also probably going to be an explosion, I think. All right, so we got mismatched letters. We got an upside down O, a sort of tilted H. Might move the O over a little for balance. I don't think... Can I skew this? That's not how I want to skew it. Alright, once I trace over them, I might start playing with 3D perspective. Just to like give them a little more depth to them. So now here comes the hard part. I have to trust my hand is steady enough to trace 5 letters. Here we go. Wish me luck. Chaos is indeed chaotic. Do you need the "you go there" guy to line them up on the planes? You go there, you there, over there, you go there. Oh, wait. I want to make this a vector layer so that need I blow this up to 4 million times the size, it won't lose quality. So that was mostly easier, but connecting the line was a little kooky. Dang it! It's so good up until I need to connect the line. Can we just like doctor this and just surgically remove some of the excess? We can. That looks not too bad. Okay, now wait a minute. Let's hide it. No, that's not too bad. I can live with that. I can look at that and say, hey, that doesn't look like a 4-year-old's handwriting. Which, yes, if you didn't know, I do get made fun of at work for. That's not true, actually. My handwriting is abysmal, but I don't get made fun of for work at it. I get made fun of at work. That wasn't the right layer. I get made fun of at work because I don't know my left from my right. KyngPin is a sheep confirmed. What did I do to confirm I was a sheep? to do some surgery on that. Is KyngPin a fish or a sheep? Yes, I am the world's first fish sheep. That was a ba and a blub at the same time. As you can imagine, it did not work as I expected it to. What can I make? I don't know if I'm gonna make the... I think that's a little too much if I make the center of the A the crown. What I can do though is make it at least the tip, the top shape of that oblong diamond. And I think it's better if the A has it rather than the O. Yeah. I really like those lines. I really want to find a way to include those lines too, because it really gives it the motion that the chaos is just in your face. In your face. That is a good try. Wait, I just got it. I was gonna say that's a good try, Knight. I am not a Capricorn. But on the other hand, it doesn't matter what you are, because according to carcinization, all things become crab. Dang it. I wonder if I should have put the symmetry ruler on for this one. I don't know. I really like the hand draw feel. I just don't want my hand draw to look like dog water. Yo, the Clip Studio time lapse on this one is gonna go hard. Undo, 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 undo. Dang it. I think that's good. It's a little loppy over here, but it's fine. Nope. 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 Take a sip of water every time KyngPin presses the undo button. What I'm gonna do with that one actually is I'm just gonna fix it just a little bit because it was pretty good. I just want to tweak it a little bit. Oof. It's a little dented on this side. It's fine. It's fine. We can live. We can live. All things become a crab or go extinct. Which will it be? Crab. Crab, crab, crab. My zodiac is in fact not a Capricorn. It is not. Dang it. Nope. I'm gonna turn the font off for this one because I kind of like that. I really like that S. That's not a bad S. I think I'm gonna keep the S. Hey, guess what Kyle forgot to do? He forgot to put the S on a separate layer. There we go. I also, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like what's going on here where there's the under image on the outline, but it's not perfectly lined up. So I might go with that effect for this text. Not sure. I think I'd die of too much water if I did that, KyngPin, so no, I won't. That's fair. That's more than fair. I really don't know what's going on here. Just kind of experimenting with styles. But I don't know. I don't know if that fits for what I'm going with here. And that's what I did on the separate layers. How will this look if I do it like that? I like it. And then we can just add some 3D elements to this. To make it really look like it's coming at you. Boom. Boom. You missed the war between KyngPin and his younger self. I want to see real quick. I don't think you can see this. No, I just have Clip Studio active right now. I want to see what the youngest video that's currently available on my first YouTube is. I might have to actually go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be the first video. It's the one where I called the Terminator. Because that was a trend back in was it 2017? Yeah. Do I have a display? Yeah, here we go. Whoa, jeez. Hey, display, calm down. No. What? Fit to screen. There we go. So here we go. I don't know if the sound's gonna come through. I actually have it muted, but here we go. It's not even in focus. It's not even in focus. No? Is there sound coming through? That looks like there's sound coming through. We're not watching this whole thing. We're not watching this whole thing. We're not. I put the link to the channel in the community post. If you want to watch the whole thing, be my guest. We're not watching the whole thing on stream. I said the one thing I regretted. I said the one thing I regretted was deleting the videos. This is regret number 2. This is regret number 2. Because see, here's the thing. It was supposed to be a parody video, and it had such the potential to be a parody video, but I didn't take the time to write a script or anything. I'm just like, idea, camera, film. Everything else is cringe, but I'm proud of what it was at the time. The YouTube thumbnail face. Believe it or not, so I don't know if the call actually went through on the snippet I showed, but my friend is the one doing the Terminator voice. And I think to this day, the Terminator little thing is still his contact photo in my phone. I don't think I ever changed it. Yeah, my workout guy, the how-to cowboy. I think, see, I also have a video idea to redo old characters, and I was just gonna stick to my ones in the sketchbooks, like the superhero-based characters. Honestly, I think I might try redesigning some skit characters too, because they could be cool. I mean, I kind of did that with the boss level characters, that video from sometime last year. But yeah, maybe I give some of those characters a redesign, because it'd be a lot harder. Well, not be a lot harder, but it'd be more interesting because it's just me, my friend, me. Oh yeah, and then this is round 2 of the gaming videos. I did gaming once, delete all the videos. I'm like, hey, I really enjoy gaming content, so I did it again. And well, they're averaging about boss level views, so it was fun. And then where did my journey take me after that? Because that was it up until after I graduated college? I think so. I think that channel was live until a few months after I graduated college, or around the time I graduated. Because I kept reviving that channel. I'm like, you know what? It's time to kill this and start over. And then now we have KyngPin Creations. But yeah, so that one was going. We're gonna take a short break and just relive the past 10 years. Pop Cross Terminator would be goofy but epic. I think we all have old channels we've abandoned. I had an old death battle like fighting show called Pop Culture Punch Out that I did with my brother back in middle school. That's pretty cool, nerd. Actually, I like that. I like the matchup ideas. Okay, one day we'll likely get videos again on this channel, but can't say when that will be, as I work on some ideas in the background. Yeah. So, oh, what a lovely thumbnail. Okay, we're gonna have to go down a little bit, but my goodness. What a lovely thumbnail this is. Jesus. So yeah, this one took me to all corners of the internet. We got skits, we got gaming, we got music videos, we got animation things, we've got podcast. Where was it? There's other lyric videos in here somewhere. More gaming. And then my journey took me all the way to, jeez, freaking memories from 3 years ago. Go up. Then my journey took me to Heavy as the Crown, the heavy metal story-based radio show I did with my friend who is now my ex. And we just did a story-based improv channel, or heavy metal story, for a couple months. And honestly, I might have another comic art idea now. Because there was no contracts involved, so it's like neither of us really own the rights. She used the rights for one of her college films, and honestly, maybe I'd turn it into a comic. Honestly, flesh out the story a little more, and then we were supposed to have a whole album to go with, along with the story. Like at some point, the story was, we talk all about this music, but our record label wants us to do an album. We're just like, we can't work together long enough to do an album. Well, there was more truth to that statement than I realized at the time. And it sucks too, because this, like, the songs are done for the most part. It just needed finishing touches, and then things fell apart. And the problem is I feel weird continuing on with it. You know what I mean? Like, she put a lot of work in that project, and I feel weird just being like, we're gonna do this anyway, whether you're happy with your performance or not, because I want her to be okay with it, but at the same time, it's her parts we needed to do the finishing touches on, and I can't fill in with her because I can't sing, and I'm also not a girl. So I do not have that same vocal range that she had. So hey, regret number 3 is that the album is like right there to being finished. And at this point, if we ever do get to finish it, I would just release it. I wouldn't do music videos for everything like I did with the first 2. But it's like right there. But that crossing that finish line is almost impossible for a couple of reasons. But overall, really fun, really ridiculous. If you want to watch this nightmare of... nightmare's not the right word. I guess I would call it train wreck. But no, because train wreck sounds mean. It's a story-based without it's a fully improvised story-based thing. So if you come across any plot holes or things that don't make sense, cut a little bit of slack. We were just having fun. We also needed to fill up 3 hours between talking and music, so it was a bit much. Anyway, that's Heavy as the Crown. After that, my YouTube journey took me to... I can't believe I'm saying this name. Feeding the Ducks. Actually, technically, took me to KyngPin Creations, which shortly after took me to Boss Level, and then at the same time took me to Feeding the Ducks, which was a podcast that I did with my father. Again, all improv. Didn't really have a set topic. Okay, wait. Then, she wasn't my ex when we started the channel. We were friends first. We ran the channel. At some point, we got together. And then after we did like the whole heavy metal, like did the whole show, once the story ended and it was just the album focused at that point after the school year ended, we broke up after that. I did not make the channel with someone I broke up with. But yeah, no. All things, no hard feelings anywhere. Just fun. Wish we could just finish it, but everyone's gone their separate ways, or she's gone her separate way. We all do the rest of us do Boss Level now. It's just kind of hard to A, get together, and B, just like even find time to talk. So that's that. Anyway, Feeding the Ducks, podcast with my father, same thing, just talking, no script, no anything, just off the cuff. And again, it was fun, but my problem is I pile up too much on myself, and don't allow myself to focus enough on one thing, and so everything I do kind of becomes half-assed, and while I have fun doing it, it's not the best of what I can do. Anyway, after that, because that only lasted like 3 years, about a year, not even, then we go on to Boss Level, and of course, this channel, KyngPin Creations. That's not KyngPin Creations. Where's KyngPin that's where we are today. That's 10 years of content creation. I don't like how that C looks. So any questions about being on YouTube? It went doing a sticker design in KyngPin's YouTube. Oh, thought there was a sneeze. I've been deceived. So how would you... That feels like it's going too far down. I don't know, there's something about that. Maybe it's too thick. No, because you're looking at it from like a top angle, so maybe it's supposed to go down further. And more or less. Ever heard of Cookie Run Kingdom? I've heard of Cookie Run Kingdom. I, to this day, really have no clue what it is. I think it was something Cookie Run related that Lou suggested we play on boss level, but I don't think it was Kingdom. I think it was something related but separate. If you know anything from the Cookie Run, throw it out. That might jog my memory. I forget exactly what it's called. But I have no idea what kind of game Cookie Run is. Only that a lot of voice actors that I know are in it. I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is like a big thing, and I'm just here. I'm like, I like cookies. I don't like when they run. They make them harder to eat. I wonder if my the line weight is well. It should be fine. Sakamoto Days mentioned. There are other games like Oven Break, Witch's Tower, then there's Oven Smash, and a few more. None of them sound familiar. I forget which one it was that, KyngPin, do you think Miss Delight is still scary, or has it shifted to Lily Love Braids? I wouldn't call Lily Love Braids scary in a horror aspect. Like, for a mascot horror game, she fits perfectly. But in, like, an actual horror setting, just kind of, like, scary to be around. Not like, I wouldn't consider Lily Love Braids to be like, you ain't surviving this encounter if you run into her. Just like, she means business and looks. It's not, Lily Love Braids isn't like that. It's like, yeah, she's out of her mind, and she's got hair, an infinite amount of hair. So like, yeah, menacing, sure. Miss Delight, her design and her Weeping Angel mechanic actually filled me with dread. And yes, obviously the level we went through was but no, the Weeping Angels have been what's the right word? I don't know the right word, but like a touchy point for me? No, that's not right. I don't know the right word, but like, the Weeping Angels have always scared me, and introducing that mechanic into Poppies, no. That was like good fear. Like, the level itself aside, and my opinions about no checkpoints and just having to bolt through it, all that aside, genuinely effective. That was genuinely effective. Horror, sense of dread. Yes, at some point I just want to like get me out of this nightmare. This is a waste of my time at this point, but looking back on it, trying to be as unclouded and unbiased as possible, there was like genuine dread in that level. So Miss Delight still takes the cake for maybe scariest boss chase in Poppy Playtime so far. Lily Lovebraid's chase, as you can see in the boss level episode, was just embarrassing because I, for some reason, forgot how to play the game and kept dying. So, yeah. But no, I think the most effective Poppy Playtime boss encounter might have been Miss Delight. And I will stand by that because I don't even know if I'm going to play Chapter 6. I'm done spending money on them. They had their chance to wrap up the story and they blew it. Alright, now let's get rid of these letters and see if this is something I'm happy with. That C is something else. That's the only one I'm looking at. I'm like, eh. That follows the curve a little more, so already I like it more. But then it's kind of, I think it's, oh, maybe it's because this bottom part doesn't seem to be as big as the other one. Something like that, maybe. Maybe that'll fix it a little bit. More or less. What's wrong with Poppy Playtime Chapter 5? What's wrong with Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 is that it was originally supposed to be the end, and then the guy who did chapters 1 through 3 left, and Mob Entertainment said, we can make more money off this if we keep it going. So the problem is, it was supposed to be the end, and I was anticipating the end, and now it's no longer the end, meaning they're just trying to stretch it out as long as possible to maximize profits, and I'm just not cool with that, especially since I've already spent a total of $55 on the game between all the chapters. How are we doing create? Are we just going to do a type for that, or do we think we should do the same thing? Let's try it. Let's try a, let's group chaos together. Because I want this one, I want create to be a little more structured. So let's... something like that. We're going to actually make those lines a little bigger so I can see them. There we go. Now the problem is I don't want this to I want it to stay kind of, what's the right word? Linear throughout the whole thing. I don't want changes in brush tip. So the problem is I don't know how to fix that. Brush shape. I can't do anything with that. Brush tip. No, definitely want that off 100. Turn off pen pressure. Open subtool, wrench icon, and navigate to brush size and uncheck pen pressure. What size? What did it say? That's the AI overview. Let's actually look at a reputable source. So I can't read that. Where it says there should be a tool for pressure. Post correction, that might be helpful. Huh. What? How to turn off pen pressure? Because I'm stupid. Because I'm stupid. Art fights in 2 months? What? I forgot about that. Dang it, I want to prepare this time. Oh. So it's not this one. It's over here. There we go. Turn off pen pressure. Alright, cool. Let's just do this at 100% smoothing. C. R. What I actually should have done, I'm gonna finish this just in case I do end up liking the way it looks. But what I should be turning on is the post correction. That's a funky looking A. That's a funky looking A. That's a funky looking A. So I lied. I don't like how that looks. We're going to try that again, and we're going to turn on correction. Post correction. A lot of it, please. My hands be shaky. Okay, maybe not. Why are you making it worse? Why is the post correction making it worse? Bezier curve. Don't adjust by speed. Let me just... No. I'm drawing the best C's in my entire life, and you're just like, what if a 5-year-old drew this? Okay, you've lost your chance, post correction. I just thought it would help me draw straighter lines. And it's not the case. What are your thoughts on the Sonic DC crossover so far? So, I got the first issue of the Sonic DC crossover for Free Comic Book Day. But I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet, though. And I don't know if I'm going to continue reading it, just because I'm not a huge fan of comic issues. I much prefer the larger, complete volumes, because they're a lot easier to store, and they're a little less flimsy. I'm going to try that C again. Just, it's a little off looking for me. Dang it. No. It's that second half of the curve that I get. That's not bad. No! I forgot I turned off pen pressure. I'm gonna move you a little closer. It's a little thin, right? I feel like I probably should have made it a little, I might try it again with a thicker brush and maybe bring the lines in closer. So we'll keep that one. We'll get rid of that one because let's try a thicker. I'm being quiet because it requires concentration. I do like this better. The problem is I just have to make sure there's not any letters that look like they're being cut off because the brush is too thick. There we go. Of course, the C now has become the smallest letter. So much for those lines. Size you up a little bit. I'm gonna vector layer, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything. You know, what if we just try something? You know, like, what if we put just a clipping mask on this and we just cut the top and bottom off just so it fit in the lines? That looks dumb. That looks really dumb. All right, we tried. We didn't like it. We'll go back to this. I like it. It's uneven, so it's still a little creative, but it's still a little more uniform than chaos. So I like that. I like that. We got to figure out textures and stuff. We could probably get rid of this. Probably get rid of the sketch on the bottom. This isn't bad. I actually might make this smaller because it's drowning out chaos a little bit. Should I have made chaos thicker? I'm gonna try thicker. Let's try it with thicker lines. I do want the pen pressure for this one, so. Cool, on the eraser tool. Let's try that again. 10 should work. It's that curve is the hardest part of the C. it's just, it doesn't curve for some reason. For some reason, my hand has such a hard time doing that curve. Okay, just lean into the curve. There we go. And I missed. It's fine. We can fix it. We have the technology. There we go. I do not know how to do this top bit of the C. Am I supposed to go further down, further up? What if I just do it here? So just take this one and follow it down. There we go. I was given too much on that side. That was the problem. Now I know. What are we trying out? What are we trying out, Night? I missed Apple's original thing. Ow, jeez. Ink, I believe that I had already explained, was trying to evolve from Popcross-like style, given it didn't personally interest them. Yeah, yes and no, Apple. It's not that it didn't interest me. I like it, because I still like Popcross. I like the idea of thing as other thing. It just felt, like you said, like Popcross. It's like, it didn't feel like my content. It was, hey, this person did it. It worked. Let me try it. And it's cool. It was fun. Just, it was not, I don't know how the right way to explain it. Because it was cool. I really liked it. It just wasn't mine. It was just a copy of what Popcross was doing, which isn't a bad thing. It's a cool start, but that was never the original intention of this channel. This channel was supposed to be like an archive of everything I've ever done. And that's why there's art videos from my first channel on here as archive, because I wanted to keep a documentation of my progress. And then I did one Nimona as Superheroes video that did kind of well, and it's like, all right, I guess this is the only type of content I'm doing now. And it was cool. I think some of my best art came from that era, or best art at the moment. But Monster Hunter Aravi, it's right there. I want to get solo leveling Aravi as a poster at some point, but I've spent way too much money on books lately, and I need to work to make it back. But yeah, it just, the problem was it wasn't mine, and also with so many people doing it, it felt like, not to really make this like a, I'm not trying to make it like a war thing or like a conflict thing, but it did feel like certain audience members were picking one or two of those channels to follow. Because after we did like the big collabs, me, Dempsey, Knight, Nerd, and Popcross, now you have 5 different audiences exposed to 5 different channels all doing similar stuff. Which is fine. I'm not saying like Popcross owns the rights to that idea. But when you're an audience member looking at what to watch, and there's 5 different people turning things into other things on a weekly basis with their own stories and lore, it's like, well, that's really exhausting for me to keep up with. I'm going to choose one and stick to it. And Popcross obviously has the advantage of he's been doing it the longest. But, so that's a little bit of it. Those lines aren't the same, but I actually think that's fine because it's supposed to be further away. But another thing is I always want to evolve. I always want to get better, try new things. Like, I think Popcross mentioned once, like, he's not interested in doing, like, a comic. And that's why his stories are in the format they are. Books with illustrations. Whereas I'm like, this is cool, but I wanted to do more with my storytelling. Which is why anything story focused, more or less, because it takes a lot of time, but I've shifted over to comic books or webcomics. For anything that really has like a story. And I want to try new things. I want to try working with different characters. Maybe voice acting a little bit with the narration in my videos. That's why in the last few videos, instead of me talking like this, I've been doing a different kind of voice for Hyde, because I figured, what if we try to make Hyde his own character and something like that? And have him narrate some of the videos and have maybe a different character narrate a different type of video and see how that is. Of course, as I say this is obviously kind of falling back into the Popcross different narrators thing, but the way I'm seeing it is less interconnected story and more like, oh, this is like 5 unique people who share an art channel. Rather than, oh, this is a world of demons and this is a world of dragons. It's like, no, everything is happening on YouTube as you see it of people making a video. More or less. Oh, finally. Sneeze has been there for like 10 minutes. And if any of you watch this channel and also Boss Level, you can definitely see that applies to that too. I like playing video games. I like sitting down and just rambling into a mic for 30 minutes and hoping something funny comes out. But at the same time, a gaming channel could be more. That's why I implemented the punishments this year into Boss Battle. And also to make it sort of interesting so Nate just doesn't clean sweep. But yeah, it's like, because, yeah, everybody's played a game before, and while that is fun and easy in terms of editing, we could do more. We could have fun with it. Of course, having fun with it means spending a little extra money on drunk goggles or, what else have I done? Pirate hooks and stuff like that. But it makes it fun. And even not the punishments, the challenges that I implement with all the other games. Like playing a roguelike, but people pick out the upgrades for you. Or I'm drawing blanks on what any of the other challenge videos have been. Let's do a quick look. Nope. Boss level, playlist, last video added. No. Control F, challenge. Where'd you go? There we go. So, for example, speed running a game, a puzzle game to see how much I remember. seeing who can survive the longest. That's more or less a challenge video. But like, Knight suggested that one, but speed running to kill Caesar on the Ides of March, gambling on computer-based matches. Like, it's all just taking a game and just bringing it up to that level above. And I've been trying to figure out how to do something like this with art-centric videos on KyngPin Creations. Not the ideas that I have at the moment, which are story times and more voice active fusions, but like making a game out of it. Like finding a way to make a game out of art. That I've been trying to still figure out how to do this, like spinning a wheel for a choice-based game, because no matter what you pick, the story's gonna continue on anyway. Stuff like that. Making everyone the same, and that's not my neighbor. That one I love. I love this video so much. And like, everyone's played My Voice-Su, so what if we took My Voice-Su, took the worst quality microphone we could find, and do it then? Like, that's how my mind works. It's always, it is, if I could just come down here, it is creating chaos just for the sake of, admittedly, being different, but still, it's what I enjoy. It's taking something and twisting it. And I'm trying to figure out how I can do that more. And also, in a sense, market it and advertise it more. Because the ideas are there. I genuinely believe the ideas I implement would be good, are entertaining, and would be fun for people to watch. The problem is making myself known to have people watch them. I think that is my biggest, the marketing side of all this creative stuff is where I fall short. No, I want to make the backlines a little thicker. This is interesting. This is a lot different from just creating a regular art piece. I'm not gonna lie, it is fun. Is that too thick? Like, is that not uniform enough? I like it, but I don't know if that's too thin. What if okay, fine. What if I do it on like sticking it up with 6 instead of 10? That feels like it's the exact same. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Starseed Psyche would be cool as a visual novel or choose your own adventure. That's what I was thinking then. I was like, a lot of Popcross's stuff would be really cool visual novels and stuff. Or graphic novels and stuff. Oh, visual novel, actually. Wait, that'd be really cool. I just realized that is a cool idea. I was thinking graphic novels, my bad. But yeah, like Starseed Psyche as a visual novel or like a graphic novel would go hard. And if I wasn't working on my own stuff, I would consider making a fan comic based off the story. But I have my own comics to do. I've got Under the Surface. I got a cool one that I've got planning, that Under the Surface is just kind of like a, I don't want to say proof of concept for, it's just a proof of, hey KyngPin, do you actually enjoy making comics, or is this just like a cool idea to have? That's what Under the Surface is supposed to be. So the writing isn't I was talking about this with Nerd and Knight in our Discord, Dempsey and everyone. The writing, I'm aware, isn't the best. I didn't really spend much time writing it. I went to this little workshop / meet and greet at a local comic book store near me, and it had some comic artists there, and one of the artists said, like, just make an 8-page comic. Doesn't even have to have a story. Just, if you want to do this and you've never done it before, do something small and see if you can do it. I'm currently working on page 35 of that comic, but that's not important. That's still crazy to think about, is that he said make 8 pages, and I'm like, so 4 times that amount, you mean, right? But when he said that, the entire plot came into my head immediately. Like, every story beat be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. And I just wrote it out and went for it without many tweaks. I haven't written the whole thing. Dang. I haven't written the whole thing, so now that we're getting to the later parts of the comic, I'm actually spending time being like, all right, how do I want this to play out? What choice of words do I want them to say? Stuff like that. But every action has basically been like, yep, these are actions that popped in my head as I was actively talking to this guy. But yeah, so now I have that, the big comic that I've really been wanting to start working on. And now I probably might take my college radio show and turn that into a comic, because why not, right? Like, that'd be cool. I have mixed feelings about the typography of this, but overall, not bad. I like it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to group all the sketchy stuff into one, just so it's not taking up so many layers. There we go. Create chaos. The endless stream of ideas quickly floods one's mind. Oh, don't... So you could say that again. It's hard. Still waiting for the light novel release for SP. Starseed Psyche, I'm guessing is what SP means. And then the anime adaptations guy. I don't remember who that one is. The letters throw me off. I don't know why. Kind of the H, you know. I was kind of feeling that too. I don't know what it is. Is it maybe because it's the O's upside down? Maybe I'll make them a little bigger. Cause that H really is just weird. As at the angle it was at. No, wait, I can't do that. Nope, definitely not that. Something like that, maybe. Nope, I think we're just going a little too... We're getting a little too wild with the H. We can tilt it a little bit, but not that much. It does look weird, right? There's something about that the placement of the H and the O that is really throwing me off. Yeah, nerd. Chaos is supposed to be in front of... It's hard to tell because it's black on black, but chaos is supposed to be in front of create. If I just did like a really quick select on the insides. Those are the cleanest selections I've ever gotten in Clip Studio. Look at that. That's like directly up to the line. Oh, that's beautiful. But yeah, if I do this real quick. And then just fill it in with this. This is sort of the intention of what I'm going for. And if I do create sum or create width, then that'll go in here. We can just throw that in real quick. Something like that, more or less. You know what? Honestly, if we look up here, that's not bad. I like that. I just realized the chat hasn't been up for ever since I forgot I had the wrong one on. Whoops. In that case, I think the way you had it before worked really well. Dang it, I don't remember what way I had it before. Anyway, I think I don't want to call this a stopping point. There's definitely more we can do with it. I'm gonna try. Okay. Okay. That's good shape. I like that shape. No. I like that. That's cool. The angling could be a little better, but I'm debating if I want to fix like this over here. Well, I'm gonna have to fix it anyway because I didn't do it on a vector layer. Awesome. So cool, bestie. Let's turn you blue just so I don't end up tracing over it myself. No. Dang it. This is going to be hard. Because I want to get as straight as lines as possible. Alright, we're going off script a little bit. It's fine. We'll bring it back. There we go. If I want to make this clean, I only got one shot at this. Well, I don't have one shot, but it's a single line is what I mean. Alright, you can see the line gradually getting thicker as it goes around, but that shouldn't matter, because I'm gonna fill it in. Please just work if I just do you like this. What? Can I not bucket tool a vector layer? Really? Okay, but I could do this. I could select it, and then boop, fill. 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 Okay. Now, why would it go and do that? What was the point? Why would I do that? What? So vector layers are interesting. Yeah, vector layers are really interesting. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I guess we just gotta do this manually, right? There's no way around it that I know of. And can I just... Okay, so I can delete the inside. So actually, if I do this, go out and then invert it and delete. Nope, doesn't do the full thing. Jeez, being able to... I gotta be meticulous because I can't even erase it if it goes outside because of the selection mask. Once I get around the spikes, I should be good. Well, can I do this? No, I can't. I can't even do a lasso fill? Fascinating. No, you can't, nor can you area select and then fill it. Yep. You have to rasterize the layer. New layer and fill it. But I don't want to rasterize it. I want to be able to change the size as needed without losing quality. So that means I got to do this by hand. So be it. Oh boy. Do we have an art showcase this stream? Honestly, it depends on how long this coloring in takes. Because unfortunately I do have work early in the morning tomorrow, so we can do another maybe 10 minutes. But as always, feel free to share your art in the community Discord, and I will take a look at it after the stream, regardless is if we get to a, what is it called? Stream showcase or not. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not what I meant when I said I want to do more art challenges. Oh, he's finally answering this question. I'm sorry. When's the stream ending? Oh, yeah, I already answered that one. Probably like 10 minutes or so. At this point, it's probably going to be just right after we finish this coloring part. I don't understand why I can't use the bucket tool for this. You have the boundaries set. You let me select them, so clearly you can recognize the boundaries. Why can't I fill said boundary with color? Why do I have to do this arbitrary nonsense for a lasso or for a clipping mask that... Oh, now you work. Or not. I don't understand this at all. So if I just keep lifting my pen, the clipping mask works. Or the selection mask. Sure, why not? Deselect. Yep, that seems to be the oh no, but you can't make the brush too big. I don't understand anything right now. But if it helps me get the corners done at least, I'll take it. Dang it. I don't get it. Larger brush, probably less stabilizer. Which one's the stabilizer again? Oh god. I think we have increased stabilization. I think stabilization is already on. Could be wrong though. Oh, you didn't. If I open that, you don't see it, right? Yeah. So I think that we have stabilization on, right? That's this top one. At 100, adjust by speed. Maybe. How to use the bucket tool with vector layers. That's the neat part. You don't. Oh yeah, nerd. That's another one I want to read eventually. I don't own it, but I want to. Invincible. Here, that's good. I haven't watched past season 1 of the show, but you know, that seems like a long comic book run. You ever see the ones that are this thick and it's only 1 volume? I don't know if I ever want to do a comic like that where it's that big, but I would like to have like a, I guess, long running series is the best way to describe it. Because as long as Under the Surface does feel for me right now, having worked on it for so long and being 30 pages into an 8-page comic, reading wise, that's not long. 35 pages isn't that long. And honestly, it probably could be shorter. I'm still... Panel spacing and spacing and pacing are the biggest things that I'm trying to learn, because the size of the page I can't really wrap my head around, and so it's a real struggle to see how much dialogue I can fit on a single page. The examples you did with your hands, I think, was a tenth of One Piece. I haven't seen season 4 of Invincible yet. Yeah, I genuinely do not, I could not even tell you, like, what the story is. Like, season 2, I think I don't even know, like, what the story is, so I don't think there's, like, a main villain every season. I think it just captures certain arcs. It's not like the CW superhero shows where it's like, oh, here's the villain of the week, here's the overarching villain, move on to a new one the next season. Like, I don't know how the structure of Invincible is set. On the other hand, I have started watching Mighty Nine, I finished the first season, and have moved on to Legend of Vox Machina. I would like to watch the campaigns, but I don't have 7 million hours. So I might slowly but surely get my way through that one. But yeah, after kind of just looking in from the sidelines for many years, I've kind of gotten into Critical Role. I'm like, oh, this is really good. Wish I jumped on this sooner. Is Invincible worth watching? I heard it's kind of bad. I've heard mixed things. I know, like, there's a big thing about, like, the animation quality of it, but I think that's just the internet finding something to be mad about, because happiness is illegal on the internet. You're not allowed to like anything. And if you like anything ever, that means you don't acknowledge that it has any of the flaws and you're just blind to reality or something like that. I don't fully understand it. But, yeah, I just know that some people don't like the animation, and I don't know if that's a valid concern or people are just upset over stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched past season 1, so I cannot give a valid recommendation of the show. I thought the first season was good. Then again, I didn't finish the first season. I think I'm like 4 episodes in. So, really, don't listen to anything I say regarding Invincible. I don't know nothing about it. Not bad. I actually like that. If we get the colors right for Chaos, I think we're good. I think it needs to be like a yellowy orange. Nah, yellower. Now that's like old comic book. Like, you can, I could see like Chaos Comics with this kind of what about that? 1960s Batman SFX. What if it's like something like that? What if we like do away? What if we do away with the line art? Something like this instead. You see what I'm getting at? like, and then we take this, make it a little darker and a little orange, and then, oh right, this doesn't work, right? It kind of does. It's because you're not on a vector layer, that's why. But yeah, what if we do something like this instead? Actually, okay, we'll test that out in a second. Because I'll be honest, didn't really have an idea. My mind did not think up to the colors. It only thought of the composition, which I do like. I'm a little iffy on the line work of the letters. I'll admit it's not my strongest suit, but for what it is, I think I did a decent job. Tried out some different things with line weight and stuff. A little bit of perspective. The S is my favorite, honestly. I think it looks the best. So do something like that, and then come up here, and well, basically do the same thing, like that. Yeah. And maybe I might instead have them be the line art be a little darker than How am I able to do this, by the way? Okay, I'm not, that's why. I'm just filling in the letter. Sorry, that's too much. Rather like this. It's giving Adam West Batman in the best way. Yep. It's kind of what I'm going for now. It's kind of the vibe I like. It's a little weird with the vector layers, not gonna lie. What is going on over there? I don't know why, but it's giving me a better understanding of how the line shapes on these silhouettes should look now that there's no line art. Which is actually pretty interesting. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little weird with the vector layer, but overall I like it. because it's definitely, you can tell just by looking at it. Even though I'm literally just going over the lines, it's still a little choppy. And I think that's the vector layer. Not bad. The clipping mask is my just mortal enemy. It does not want to work at all. But that's fine. That's fine if it wants to play games like that. It can do so if it wishes. That's not bad, actually. Maybe I'll go a little darker. Maybe with some shading, it does look a little flat, but I do like it. You missed KyngPin rapping the ABCs. When did I do what, huh? Sorry, spaced out for a second. I'm getting tired. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I had a nice day off today. I went to go see Hot Project Hail Mary. That was a good movie. It was a really good movie. But anyway, I think this is a good place to stop, and maybe we'll pick it up again in 14 years. I'd like to get this done. I'm liking it. It's looking a little flat, so I think I'm going to have to spice it up soon. Not soon. Spice it up next time. I think finishing touches, if we can find another time to live stream. But thank you all so much for joining me. Not just here, but for the last 10 years. I know each channel I've been a part of has had different audiences. Some have just had once and go viewers, but for everyone who has stuck around on any of the channels, just for more than one video, I truly appreciate it. This has been really fun, and I don't think there's anything that will ever get me to stop making stuff. I've tried so many times to be like, you know what, this YouTube thing is a little stressful, maybe it's not for me. And then maybe a month goes by and I'm like, you know what I had a lot of fun doing? Making YouTube videos. So there's something in me that will never die. The creativity cannot be killed. And I just have to find a way to channel that. But thank you all so much for joining the live stream, for the support. I really appreciate it. I love doing this, and I love having all of you here. I don't know what time it is for any of you, but hope you all have a good day, have a good night, get some sleep, drink some water, find a good book to read. Just take care, everybody. And I will see you soon thank you, Apple Flavors. At some point, new videos are coming out. I just gotta work on them. But they're in the oven. I just some days I forget to turn the oven on. But they'll bake eventually. Have a good night, everyone.